Okay guys, we're just at a historical site here, Bartlett's Memorial, so we'll just go over and have a look at the plaque and have a bit of a read. There used to be a hut here, but apparently they've moved it and it was up in the paddock up there. We might just go have a quick look, but they've moved it to the big 4 caravan park. Now we're not staying there, so we can't look at it. Okay, we'll just have a look at the plaque here and we'll show you that. So I'll put a photo of that up on the screen and you can have a read of it, but yeah, it just gives you a bit of a story about Clark and his wife and his 6 children, and what happened to him when it's a bit of a sad story, but he founded a lot of the bush tracks and everything here, and he ended up going blind, which is a bit of a sad thing. But we'll go up here and just have a look at the remains of where their house was, and I'll show you that. So you can see remains of some of the materials and that they probably had around the hut here. Bits of old iron and steel and stuff. Probably would have been up around the chimney. It was on a dirt floor, so just bits and pieces left here. But looks like the old toilet out the back there, and over here sort of must have been where all the stables might have chickens or something in here, or a few animals, you wouldn't know. And down over the back there you can see some old machinery. Now it's backed right onto the creek over here, so they would have had water down the back there running through the creek, so that's probably why he's picked this spot. There's a good bit of flat bit of open land here, and look at the view they would have had up here on the ridge up here. So as I said, he founded most of the walks in the park and that around here. So just a little bit of info on the area. Like I said, I'll take a photo of that plaque down there and put it up on the screen and you can have a bit of a read. Okay, we'll get on to the next place we're going to. There's a old gold mine down here, so we're just going to go down and check that out. Okay, we just made it to Shamrock mine, and this is the car park, so we're going to walk up here. Got a little thing here that might tell us a bit about it, and we'll go for a walk up the hill then and have a look around. So plenty to see and do around here. Great walks and very dry. Just seen a heap of bloody little rock wallabies on the side of the road there, but didn't have the camera going, so a lot of old photos and that here of all the old miners. A lot of funny looking characters, Chinese. Look at the size of that bloody draft horse. Yeah, so would have been hard lives, but that's what it was in the early days. Kenya Goldfield, eh? So, would have been mining gold in all the creeks, and Kenya Hotel. I didn't see it anywhere. It's probably gone, long gone. But okie doke, we'll head up to the see if we can see what's up here. Okay, we just come to this little sign here. I'll put a photo up, but it just tells you about some of the early days when they were looking for gold. So when they first started, they were just digging it by hand. And over here you can see little mounds of dirt, and these little mounds of dirt are actually where they were excavating the gold. They were digging shafts, so they're not natural. They're all this little dirt that's piled up along here, along down this gully here. There's heaps of them everywhere. That's all where they were digging mine shafts, and that's the dirt they were digging out, and the rocks, and looking for that precious gold. So we'll go up a little bit further You can see around here all these holes in the ground, all little old mine shafts, or they could even be, we've seen it at Cooper, I think it was. They used to dig holes in the ground and they used to have like timber over the top, and they used to actually sleep in there. But I dare say they're all mine shafts, because you got the creek down here, and they would have been digging all these holes out because there's a lot of rough shale and that around them. But yeah, very, very interesting. We'll keep going up a bit further. Okay guys, we've made it to one of the sort of stop off points, and some old machinery and stuff here, so you can see all the old bits of iron. And we've got an old structure up here with some mining equipment. We'll just have a read of it and see what it says. I'll take a photo of that one and put it up, telling you all about it. And here we go, here there's a heap of old pumps and old wheelbarrows, all sorts of gear in here. So, old grinding stone over there, a few old saws and lanterns and drills, all sorts of stuff you might need. And on the ground there in front of the pump here, I recognise what they are. They're the pots for melting the gold down. So they would have put all the gold in there and put it over the fire and melted it down into larger pieces. But imagine wheeling that wheelbarrow around, carting rocks. Look at the size of it, not very big. Just awesome. So get this camera back out of there. Here's some sort of container. We'll go around here and have another look. So another sign there telling you about it. So looks like that thing at the back there, oh, you can have a read of it, but was for using for extracting all the gold out. Two-headed stamper on loan, Queensland Parks and Wildlife, from the Harris family, Gladstone, former residents of Kengi Township. So that's a gold stamper by the looks of it, like crushing the rocks up, and so they can extract the gold out there. So that's what that is. There's a sign up there, Shamrock, golden shamrock. We'll go a little bit further. So there's a little shed just back down there. We just walked up here and you can see another shaft down here. And they must have a bigger one here because they got it fenced off. Little gecko running down there, but there's another shaft there. We'll just walk up here. And show you up on top of the hill here. So here's the main shaft up here. And here's the structure here that run down to the crusher down there in the little cabin. So the shaft itself is still there. It's going all the way down there. See See if I can get the camera so I get all the wire out of the road. But I'll have to read it and see how far down it says it is. But look at that rickety old ladder there. Imagine climbing up that every day and working in that environment. So
It doesn't say how far it goes down.
yeah, it doesn't say how far down it goes, but I don't suppose anyone's really been game to go down there. It's a little bit eerie thinking you got all this. You can see a little hole at the end of my foot there. They do tell you when you go to places like this to make sure you keep on the tracks and don't walk around in the bush, because if there's an old shaft under there, you could end at the bottom of it. Okie doke, well, hope you're enjoying. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll keep going. Okay, we've made it to the top of the hill here, and look at the view out here. I don't think they would have probably had the time to appreciate it when they were here, because they were too busy digging gold, but certainly given us a beautiful view, big escarpment up there. Don't know whether you can see the road way down there near the end of my finger we drove up on. So it just shows you how high up we've just walked in a few minutes. There's a little bit of a story there how the landscape is changing over the years. And just over there to the left of that tree there, that's where the dam is, and that's where we drove up yesterday, and we were standing up there, the radio tower on top of it, looking over where the dam. Hey guys, well, we've just left Kenny Gorge and we're driving back to the coast, and we've just come through Monto and we just spotted this, so we thought we'll pull up and show you around. So have a look at this little old museum of all railway stuff and farm machinery. So we're just going to have a quick look around in here and show you around. Always love all this sort of stuff. Probably a men's group or something like that that are doing it all. I think it's part of the Rotary Club. It's good to see though, like got an old couple of old sulkies and drays in here. This old building got the old buddy fireplace out the side here, slab hut. Just awesome. I don't know whether the windows work. Yeah, they do. Look in there. Looks really nice. Nice old building. Now that says Kenya Station, so pretty nice. You can actually see in the other end down here the old cot. I'm just wondering whether this is a replica of the house that was down at Kenya Gorge that we looked at. I'll have to see if I can find some information. Yeah, there's a sign on the door here. I'll have a look at it. DJ McGuinness Memorial Slab Hut. So we'll look up who that is. There's a heap of machinery and stuff up in there. There's an old, look like Cobb and Co coach they're doing up. We won't go up in there and have a look though. But we'll have a quick look. All this stuff's so cool, isn't it? Like, look at this thing. Wow. Looks like they've been restoring it. Look at the big leather straps for the suspension. And imagine being crammed in there with about 6 other people. All your baggage on the roof. There's a big old log pulling thing, would have had bullocks on it. Very cool though. We'll go down here and have a bit of a look down here. So look at this. Would have had the horses on this and walking around in circles and driving the chaff cutter up there, like little CV joint there, or drive axle joint, driving the chaff cutter. Another one out there, grain crusher. So they would have tied them on there, and that's for crushing up grain. There's a horse there, over there. So here's the railway stuff for all you railway buffs out there like me. The old signal tower, and here we go. We'll read the plaque on the side here. Pacific Construction Equipment. So little probably diesel run bloody or petrol run bloody cart for maintenance for peddlers. His old bloody tractor, look at that setup. Bloody running a big drive belt. And I bet you it still runs too. And gold stamper, so this was for crushing all the ore up that they mine. Big bloody pistons and that running there, and they throw the rocks in here and she just smashes her all up, and then they probably put her in a belt and extract the gold. Down here we've got a old carriage. And the Cowbower station house. So you would have sat in here and waited for the train. There's another little bloody hand-driven bloody Fettlers thing. A lot of work that would have been. Now all the equipment for picking the rails up and pulling the pins out and all hard yakka. Good to see it all open so you can have a look though. Like, oh, look at these, bloody beautiful. Just awesome stuff. So look at the old baggage rack, and Queensland. What's that date? I'll have to put my glasses on. You probably read it quicker than I can get my glasses on. 1898, Brisbane from Bowen Terrace. So Brisbane in 1898. Queensland 1899. Bloody got the old steam engine, bloody cutting up all the, thrashing all the bloody grain. And the Mary River crossing, Gympie. Doesn't give you a date, but you can see all the horses down there drinking, and great little spot. Just awesome having a look at all this. Gander 1910. Some cattle. So the railway opened at Monto in 15th of September in 1928. There's all the locals waiting for the train to come in. Plans were made in the 1920s to open up the Upper Burnett. I know the railway station in Kingaroy, it's like most of the railway stations around here, they're all gone now. Oh, look at all this equipment just sitting here. This is so cool that it's all just here that you can have a look around. If I could find a donation box, I'd give someone some money. But there's an old railway uniform. If I can find something up here, I'll definitely give someone some money for this. Just awesome. I've got one of these lights at home belong to my father. He was a guard on the railway, and I've got a couple of these lights as well. So we'll get going. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that little walk around the Monto railway station, little heritage area there. It was really good. These old railway stations like this one here in Monto are just great. Like, it's good to see them preserved. Like, you got all the old architecture and everything like that. Just beautiful. They just don't make them like that anymore. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the bit about the mine there. Like, a great place to visit. Good place to walk around, have a look around. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, press it down, hit the bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.